Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I want to share a piece. It's kind of a continuation from last week. It's a piece I did called I Matter, and I did a altered canvas, and I used the picture from last week, and I'll zoom in on that. So there she is, okay? And the reason that I did this piece called I Matter is because, you know, I had some people in my life that made me feel like I didn't matter. And I'm not trying to bring everyone down because this is really actually ends up being a very, very happy piece. So I'm just going to recap on last week a little bit. What I did in this piece is, and I guess it's what I discovered about myself, is I collect all these things. I collect encyclopedias, I collect dictionaries, old books, old maps, just scrap pieces of paper, pieces of cardboard. And I always was wondering, like, you know, I started thinking, like, why do I collect all these things? Why am I attracted to all these things that people want to throw away? Because I buy these things, I either get them for free, sometimes I get them off the street because people just throw dictionaries and books away. I get them from thrift stores, I get them from garage sales. So what I started thinking is that I like all these things that don't matter and want to create something that does matter. So I think it's a way of healing myself, and that's why I buy and love all these things, all these throwaway things. So that is what's underneath. The base of this whole thing is, first is the map, pieces of maps, old books, old encyclopedias, old music note sheets, pieces of cardboard, and that's all on that's the first layer of what I do. And then that was last week. So when you guys saw my piece, that was underneath it last week. Now this week, what I did is I made a copy of her and put her in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to go up from here and I'll show you how I altered this canvas. And again, and I'll tell you why I put these pieces, chose these pieces that I did. Okay. Over in the corner, I just feel when you're at that point sometimes in your life where you're like, God, you know, I'm being treated like I don't matter. You need things that you can hold on to. You need things that, that build you up, bring you up, and support you. And that's why I chose these little angels. I had, hand poured these into molds a while back. And I think there's nothing better than to hold you up in life or a couple of angels by your side. I mean, I just think that's wonderful. The butterflies represent freedom and also, you know, I mean, no more beautiful world than angels and butterflies. And then here on the side, I just absolutely, oh, in the corner, see that little piece of cardboard? I love that. And that kind of represents things that are just every day taken for granted and thrown away like they're nothing. That piece of cardboard now is backing up and the butterflies on top of it. And look how beautiful a piece of cardboard is now, a piece of corrugated cardboard. And nothing supports you better than nature. And that is what is on the side. I made it look like a bunch of like berries. And they're all going down. And then down here is a beautiful little garden of flowers, which I just love. I just love nature and flowers. That brings me so much peace. And I just absolutely love it. And then those little shells, and nothing else is better also than to help you to have the power of the ocean and nature behind you. And the reason the ocean is represented is because see where all the pearls are? Those are all shells I actually collected in Pismo Beach, California. And I absolutely love those. Okay, on the bottom here, on the bottom that gives the piece texture is more of the corrugated cardboard, cheesecloth. I think there's some doilies. Yeah, there's a piece of a doily right there in the corner. All right. And then the reason I chose, I'm going to show you, there's 1, 2, and 3 crosses. And the reason I chose the crosses is it's just in this piece, okay, I'm not getting religious on anybody, but in this piece, it just represents strength. And I think when you feel like you don't matter in life or people are treating you like that, you need strength. And so far, you know, I have the angels for support and someone behind you, the beautiful and the freedom of the butterflies, nature backing you up in the ocean, and then the support of the cross, which to me just really in this picture represents strength. So, and then I just think this is really pretty. I put these little flowers on there, and then I put this really pretty piece that I got actually just from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love it. And the flowers I use, all the flowers, you guys, those also represent that same thing of like things that just don't matter and get thrown away. So those flowers and the flowers down here in the corner, all these I got from garage sales. So these were all used. People didn't care. They're throwing them away. Again, it's bringing all those things that don't matter in life and make them matter. And then I love the deer. Let me show you. And the reason I get the deer is like, I look at the deer. I know this sounds like hokey, you guys, but I kind of like look at the deer as like my spirit animal, if there's a such thing. I don't know why I relate to the deer. So I took that deer and I made it the same color as the background. So it just barely, like, you can barely even see him. I just absolutely love him. Okay. I don't want to sound too hokey, you guys, but I just love deer. I just think they're so precious. And then up in the corner, I wanted that. Okay. That's just like a little architectural piece that I molded, that I poured into a mold. The back of that, backing that up is a doily. And that's just like the sun that's represented in this picture. That kind of gives, there we go, kind of gives power to the whole piece. It kind of gives power to the crosses and to the butterflies and nature, just like the sun here does, you know, so on Earth. So that's what the whole piece is about. I did want to explain just technically, let me zoom out, technically how I did it. Ooh, sorry you guys about that. Let me come out a little bit more. As far as like, okay, after I got the background on, I did spray it with 3 or 4 different colors of my homemade sprays that I like to make. Then I used E6000 and a mixture of hot glue. Sometimes it's E6000, sometimes it's hot glue, and sometimes it's a mixture of both. I do the E6000 so that it holds on forever, and the hot glue so that it holds on right away. So it's kind of like the anchor to get until the E6000 takes hold. So that's how I attached all the pieces on. And then, oh, and I shouldn't say that. After I did the background with like the paper, all the different papers that I like to use, the corrugated cardboard, I then put all the other pieces on. The crosses, the flowers, everything on. And after everything's glued on, okay, and this is the other thing too, is everything's different colors. Like those flowers down there were like I think they were purple, you know, the berries, I think that they were red. So everything is colors that I really don't want. And what brings everything together, again, it's a bunch of things that don't matter, and they're all different kinds of colors. What brings it all together is the beautiful shades of purple. So what I did is I took white gesso, and actually, you guys, I didn't even use white gesso. I use a thing called Kilz, Kiltz. You can buy it at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. It's a primer that you use on walls, and for a gallon, it's like 20 bucks. In my opinion, this stuff works good as any other type of a gesso, because it is a gesso. It's a primer. And that's what I used on this piece. So everything got gessoed, but in this case got Kilzed, okay? Because that's what I used. Everything got Kilzed, all completely white. So now everything's the same color. Then I used my homemade sprays and sprayed 3 or 4 different shades of purple. And then I took some Inca Golds and I rubbed those on all over. And I have the colors that I used. I'll show you guys really quick. This is the Inca Golds. So I used this really pretty purple. I used this really pretty gold. And that's what the Inca Gold looks like. Even though, okay, I know it's called Inca Gold if you haven't gotten this. I got this at Joann's. It's expensive. It's $8 or $9. I use a coupon every time I got them all, or when they're gone on sale. But usually I have to use a coupon. They're all called Inca Gold. Whether it's gold or not, that's the name brand. So I got it in purple. I did it in purple. You can see that on there. Then I rubbed on some gold, and then I rubbed on a little bit of blue. And I think it just turned out really, really, really pretty. And in her hair, and maybe I should explain this part too. Back here is the same MO with all the flowers. These are napkins that I decoupage. You can see some music note paper in the background. This is little bird right here. That is more of a napkin. I did a lot of stenciling around her. And then she is all watercolored. Like her hair is all watercolored. Her face is all watercolored. And let me go in a little bit closer on her. Okay, let me see if I'm, yeah, there we go. So she's all watercolor. So the hair is all watercolored, except for I did use a white Prismacolor pencil to show some strands and highlights in her hair. I did purple eyes on her. So you can see her eyes are purple and her lips are purple. I think that just looks so pretty with the purple hair. I did a lot of shading with purple. So I purpled her out and I just think it turned out really pretty. I love to do the little white, like little stars around her eyes. And I think it turned out really pretty. More than pretty, it's just a really, really meaningful piece. It was a meaningful piece when I just did the mixed media. But then when I took this and put it on canvas, I love it even more. So let me zoom back out. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I hope you guys like it. It's a really meaningful piece to me, and it was kind of a continuation of what I did last week. I'll try to link the original video below, but a lot of people saw it. And so this is, again, I Matter, but it's done on a mixed media canvas. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I really loved it. It's been a very healing project for me. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will talk to you guys. Oh, and one more thing. If you guys do like her, she's a digital image. Sorry, I need to let you guys know this. She's a digital image in my Etsy shop. And let me just show you guys. This is what originally you'll download if you want to get her. Okay? From my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is www.myfairytreasures.etsy.com. And one other thing quickly, I will have a tutorial on how to do this, on how I colored her and mixed media her up in the first place, and then how I take her and do her on a mixed media board. So that's the project that I'm going to do for the rest of the month. It'll be probably a part 1 and a part 2, and it'll be a tutorial. So if you want to create something like this for yourself, you can. Okay? Okay, you guys, I think that is it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!